Hey guys, how's it going? Ghosty Rich here today, again with Canadian Cruising.
Good morning.
We're going ahead and we are installing some rear shock protectors or skid plates from Z1 or Z1, depends on which side of the border you're on. So, as you can see, they're a pretty nice unit. They're sturdy, they're strong, and they should be pretty easy to install. We'll go through and show you. What's cool is these are really nice as it is, and they even put the torque spec right on our spacer caps, I guess is the best way to put it. Comes with the bolt, comes with the nut. In our case, it came with two different packages, but they are both the same part number, so we're good that way. Either way, since we're lifting the rear, go ahead and chuck your front wheels. You don't really need to, since we are dealing with an automatic. The chances of it rolling are very slim, but at the same time, I've always done it as good measure. 19 box wrench, 19 big boy right here, and no, it will not be that easy. You're gonna go ahead and just loosen it up. After this starts moving, then you can even hold this side with the ratchet. If you have a ratcheting box wrench, just take that nut off. Go and you take both nuts off of each end. You leave the bolt in there, and what you end up doing is, now that the nut is off, we'll use the jack to slowly jack up the vehicle until this bolt can be pushed out with your finger. And again, you just accomplish this by both wheels being on the ground, and then now we will simply just jack up the car or the truck on the frame, and as we do so, the bolt should become loose at one point. If you have a secondary person, as you, like I said, start jacking it up, just get them to yell at you when the bolt is now loose and they can slide it out by hand.
On the driver's side, there is that brake line bracket that is right here. So we do need to take out, I believe this is a 12. We'll know in 1 second. Pull that bolt out, because when we put that skid on, it does need to be relocated.
Half moons, they go onto the axle tube like so, and then from here, this just gets love tapped on. You can then slide our little rings in on both sides, and then put the bolt and the nut in from either way, whichever way you want to. Yeah, you can just simply do that. And again, since we already know it's lined up from when we took it out, we can do this. And now you are going to need two ratchets, because now they're countersunk, so you can't use your box wrench. So keep in mind, you need it's either that or a breaker bar. If you put a socket on a breaker bar, when we go to tighten this, we will put the breaker bar on the edge of here, so that way when we're tightening it, it's using this as pressure, because 148 foot-pounds is a lot. Pretty easy. If you have a friend, you can get them to hold the ratchet, and then I have him just starting it, and then they'll still click, but yeah, from here, just keep going until she clicks at 148. So from there, now your head is now protected. The tail just sticks out just a wee bit, but even if you mash these threads, you get in here with the die grinder and cut off that. But as you can see, you're completely protected now, and that'll keep these ears from getting flared out. So yeah, that's nice. Let's jump over to the other side. That's the side with the brake piece, which we took off, and that was a 12?
12, yeah.
Perfect. Now for this guy, just go ahead, line that back up. You'll see that they have an opening for it. And yes, they put it on both just so you're not freaking out because you're like, I just did the other side. What if I put the wrong one on? No, they all have this notch, just so quick mechanics like us that don't look which was where has that slit on both sides. Anyways, go ahead and put that bolt back in. And I wouldn't do anything more than like 15 foot-pounds on that, really. Probably safe with even 12. And if you're really worried, just throw a little bit of blue Loctite on here and it'll never come out anyway. As you can see, the part looks awesome, has a really nice fit and finish. Again, it's going to get beaten up, but this in itself is really going to protect that bolt, and it's going to protect this entire assembly. I know even with my Jeep, I've grounded on a few items, and it just happens. You come off a rock, maybe the rock slips. So you can't beat having just a minor bit more protection, and at the cost, I mean, a welder would be a lot more money to replace that bracket if it gets ripped off. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this install and it helped you get it done nice and quick. Thanks again for watching. And again, thanks to Canadian Cruisin'. Go check out his channel. He's got lots of that he's done on this vehicle. And yeah, he takes it off-roading, that's for sure. So you can go and see some of his adventures.